Okay, I see. Hey, I don't really know how to start this. I have been going to the gym regularly since April, minus currently because my iron's super low and I have really bad exercise intolerance. However, look at these gains. Okay, so we're just gonna start with a little fit check because I'm feeling pretty freaking strong. Let's get a good look at my legs, yeah? Okay, yeah. Oh, what's that? Who is she? Who is she? Okay, okay, I see. I see you. I don't know how to show you my calves, but my calves are strong, okay? And I'm about to sit here and tell you how and why and what I've been up to. I swear, I swear. I'm feeling so strong in my body, you guys. Since April, I've had different chronic illness flares that have made it so I've had to take breaks from working out. And so I'm working with a coach. You can follow her on Instagram at PottsandPR. I'll find a way to tag her, of course. Before April, I was a college athlete. In 2022. I went to nationals for cheer. Before, in 2022, I tried seeing a fitness coach or a personal trainer. And honestly, it was horrible. I would almost pass out every single time. I would get really sick. I didn't really get stronger. I just felt pretty bad. And then I got a concussion in 2022, which ruined my cheer career. Just in general, I've always had some dysautonomia, POTS, MCAS, EDS, all of those little things. So then I started playing Ultimate Frisbee and I got really into that. But again, a lot of times I'd be running and doing stuff and I would just feel really sick and unwell, but I loved it. I loved playing Frisbee. And then in 2024, my mom passed away. Aside from just the intense grief, I endured another concussion. And that concussion, I still have post-concussive syndrome. After that concussion and after I had a really bad med reaction, I ended up being horizontal more often than I was able to be vertical. I would have more days that I had flares and more days that I was just so unwell. I stopped being able to play Frisbee. Then 2024 and 2025, it was just I had a lot of traumatic losses, a lot of transitions, a lot of shifts, a lot of big things kept happening. And it was just a really, really the hardest time of my life. And I've had a lot of hard times in my life, so that's really saying something. From there, I wanted things to shift. And I happened to scroll upon, unclear. I happened to come upon this creator, POTS and PR, who is a fitness coach, specifically working with people with POTS and with different chronic health struggles. And I was like, okay, interest peaked. But I was there's no way I can afford it. There's no way I'll be able to do anything. I'm in bed all the time and I have all this stuff going on. I reached out. I was LOL, I'm just gonna see. I'll just see how much. I'll just see. And so I'm not gonna lie, and Aaliyah, I'm sorry if you've listened to this because it's kind of embarrassing, but the first time, so we were supposed to meet, but I was panicking because I was I just quit my jobs. I don't have income. I have no idea what my future is even going to look like. I don't know where I'm going to be living. I know nothing about myself or my life right now. I do not have, I joined this wait list thinking, oh, it'll be several months. It'll take forever to be able to get into this and all this stuff. But then she reached out so fast and was hey, let's schedule. And I was oh, okay, haha. And so then we scheduled. And when it came time to meet, I was hey, actually something came up, which to be fair, in that precise moment, I was just walking in a park. So she was okay, I'm so sorry, thinking about you, which I was going through something. So whatever I said was not a lie, to be so clear. And she was when do you want to reschedule? And I was oh my gosh, oh no. I rescheduled and we met. And it was the first time in my life where I experienced saying all of my chronic health conditions and things going on and having someone just be oh my gosh, yeah, that makes so much sense. What else? And just being so chill and so understanding and not thinking there was anything weird or it was too much. Again, it was just the first time that I feel I'd ever gotten to say out loud all of the things in one setting to someone and have someone just be like, I see you and I can help you. I was like, okay, I guess I'll try this. It was the best decision I have ever made in my life. So it is now the end of July. So May, June, July. I got a Planet Fitness gym membership that was available in all of the different places that I've been like traveling around to. I'm currently living like a little bit of a nomad type life. I'd never been to a gym. I'm autistic. I'm like terrified of change and new things. So that was like so scary. And now it's become like one of the safest places for me. I do weightlifting 3 days a week, cardio once a week. I do just like gentle jogging once a week. And then 2 days a week are lower body, legs. And then 1 day a week is arms or upper body. I've moved up to getting around 6,000 to 10,000 steps a day. I'm not kidding you guys. When I started exercising, I was like terrified. I was like, I've worked out so many times and it's never gone well. One of my biggest goals was to be able to work out in the mornings, and I achieved it in under a month, all because I was doing exercises that were more appropriate for someone who has POTS. I was like, whoa, this is really working. And now, about 3 months later, I see and I feel the difference. My body feels stronger. I feel like I have more energy. I feel more awake. I still take a daily de-stim time, daily nap time, but aside from that, I feel awake and energized through the day. I used to have to rest my neck like all day long. And I've heard other people talk about this. Like my neck was just so unstable and like so tight. I'd have to massage it all the time because I started getting these horrible headaches, and I don't get those anymore. I've also started doing an appropriate amount of sodium for my body. So I do an extra like 7,000-ish milligrams. I'm more regular now because of that with like my water intake. So again, I used to have days where I would drink like 10 ounces of water, and then I would have days where I would drink like 200 ounces of water. And I honestly was like, I don't know why I'm like this. It just is how I am. Now I consistently drink around 100 ounces. It has helped me be more productive. It has also just helped a lot with autism in many ways. So one thing I've noticed that it's helped is just the structure. My body's like, okay, cool. Like I'm going to the gym and then I do this and then I do this. And it's just like having that routine has been so helpful for my brain. Another thing it's really helped is stability, I guess. So no matter where I'm traveling, I know I'm going to be going to the gym 3 days a week. Even when things are changing a lot, I still have that piece that's the same. With being autistic and having ADHD, I have like so much pent up energy like all the time. And sometimes that pent up energy will turn into anxiety or stress, or it'll just like make my nervous system be a little bit wonky. And I found since going to the gym that I rarely have autistic meltdowns or shutdowns. I rarely go into those like dark thoughts. I just like feel content, which is so different. I used to have shutdowns, I mean, for a while, multiple times a day. And I would have meltdowns almost every day. And now it's like very rare. It usually only happens with like big triggers. There's like I think it's the leg extension. There's like, you're sitting on this like machine thing, you're sitting on this chair, and then there's like a little bar thing by like your ankles, and you just like lift your leg up. When I first started doing it, I could not have any added weight because it hurts so badly. And now I'm pretty sure I'm over 100 pounds. I used to go to the gym by myself. I would pull up a YouTube video, just do some random stuff. I never built muscle. I never got stronger. But on top of that, I'm also eating better. So that has been a whole journey, and probably will be a whole other video. Eating differently on top of it, it all goes together. And it has taken me a long time, as somebody who has a history of an eating disorder, who still struggles with disordered eating thoughts and things like that. It took me a long time to be like, okay, I actually have to like shift how I'm eating. I was always told like, oh, intuitive eating, like don't pay attention to food. But I have to. As somebody with different chronic illnesses, I have to pay attention to what I'm eating. I actually need like a lot more protein, which at first I was like, oh, that's such a fad diet. I do not want to take part in that. But I've learned that I really do need a lot more. So I haven't changed much. I've just, honestly, I've more consistently been eating enough calorically. I track what I eat now, which I thought, again, oh no, like using MyFitnessPal, that's going to be so triggering and bad and wrong. I haven't used that since I was deep in an eating disorder. But actually, it has helped me so much. I think that that is a big reason that I'm on track calorically with where I need to be. I upped my protein. Obviously, I've upped my sodium, upped my fiber. My coach has helped me so much because, again, if it was me, I would be like, oh my gosh, I need to work out longer. Because sometimes I'll work out and I'll be like, I did nothing. I literally don't feel it. But I'll be like, okay, but I do trust my coach. And then I will wake up the next day a little bit sore. Oh, I did do enough. If I didn't have a coach that I could listen to, it would be so much harder. There's been times where I'm in a flare where she'll be like, do not work out right now. And I'll be like, but I need to. And she'll be like, nope. And that, again, has been so helpful. Having someone that's external and objectively is trying to help me with my health and wellness has been the most helpful thing ever in both my recovery and just in my life and in my health journey. Knowing that if I do what she says, I will see results. And I have already in such a short amount of time. I don't know if you guys have any questions around like exercise and eating disorders or POTS and MCAS and EDS and all of those things, or working with a coach or finding a coach, autism, I don't know, there's a million things you could ask. Do you like this type of video? What do you guys want to see? This is obviously, I love to yap. I love to talk about things. I love to share. I love to educate. And this space is not for me, it's for you guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see, and I'll talk to you next time.